Everyone is using ChatGPT. It solves your math questions. But here is a twist. ChatGPT does not even know what is 2 plus 3. It writes poems, quotes, answer exams, but do you know what is actually happening inside it? And does it really make sense of your questions? Does it have common sense? The truth is, it is not thinking, it is not calculating, it is just predicting. Predicting what? The next word. That is it. But then, how can something just predicts words, write code, solve calculus, or write your breakup messages so perfectly? Stick around because in the next few minutes, I will show you the real brain inside ChatGPT, the secret sauce called the transformer, and how it turned from a research paper in 2017 into the most used tool on the earth. Hey everyone, I'm Akash Gupta and welcome back to Concepts of AI, the channel where we decode the brains behind machines. Today we are going to open ChatGPT's mind layer by layer, neuron by neuron, and see how it learns, predicts, and generates like a human, even though it does not understand a single thing it says. Let us start with the biggest misconception. Most people think ChatGPT knows things, but it doesn't. It is not connected to the internet, well, except GPT-4 with browsing. It doesn't look up answers. It just learned patterns from trillions of words and figured out what usually comes next. So if you type the capital of France is, it has seen billions of sentences where France is followed by Paris. It doesn't know what a capital is. It doesn't even know what France is. But mathematically, Paris has the highest probability of being the next word in the sentence. And boom, it feels like intelligence. So, what is driving this superpower? A transformer. And no, not the one outside your home that buzzes at night. That is a different kind, the one that powers GPT. See the full form of GPT. It is generative pre-trained transformer. Generative means because it creates text. Pre-trained because it learned from huge data before you have used it. Transformer because that is the architecture running the show. Think of it like this: a transformer model does not just read words, it pays attention to every other word in the sentence. That is literally the name of the research paper which invented or which talked about the transformer first. That is called attention is all you need. That attention mechanism helps GPT understand context, who is speaking, what is being asked, and what might come next. GPT was trained on everything like Wikipedia, Reddit, books, research papers, and whatnot, and learned the statistical relationship between words. It is like reading the entire internet and then being asked to fill in the blanks. For example, AI is going to. Now, in this sentence, it has seen millions of endings like change the world, take jobs, and revolutionize tech. So it guesses based on probabilities. That is why it sometimes hallucinates. It doesn't know what is true, it just knows what sounds true. And it gets you the most probable next word or the answer. But here is what really blew people's minds. GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters. Each parameter is like a tiny neuron weight, and together they form a brain bigger than imagination. Imagine teaching a machine not with logic but with language itself. That is GPT. It is like a mirror reflecting our knowledge, biases, humor, and creativity. When ChatGPT talks like a human, it is not because it understands feelings, it is because it has seen billions of conversations. It knows that after I had a bad day, the next line is often, I am so sorry here to hear that. That is not empathy, that is pattern. But that pattern is what makes it magical because language is pattern. The future of AI is not about replacing humans, it is about understanding how intelligence emerges from data. Because what started as a word prediction model might one day predict ideas, innovations, even emotions. And that is where the next revolution begins. If this helped you finally understand what is going on inside ChatGPT's digital brain, hit subscribe on Concepts of AI because here we don't just use AI, we understand it.